Let's continue with number patterns. This time we have a word problem, and we're going to use what we have learned about patterns and sequences to solve our problem. There are 5 rocks in a rock garden. Each, well, that should say day there. Each day, 3 rocks are added. How many rocks are in the garden for each of the first 6 days? There are 5 rocks in a rock garden, so we're starting with the number 5. Each day, 3 rocks are added. How many rocks are in the garden for each of the first 6 days? What is our rule here? If you said plus 3, you are correct. Each day, 3 rocks are added. What is our starting amount of rocks? Correct, it's 5, and we are interested in the first 6 days. I think it would be helpful to make a little chart. So I've got day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6. Well, I start with 5. I'm starting with 5. I've already started. So day 1, what am I going to do? I'm going to add 3. So at the end of day 1, how many rocks do I have in my garden? Correct, I have 8. So day 2, I'm starting with 8. I'm still going to add 3, 11. Day 3, and I have to do this for each day to know how much I've got. So day 3, I start with 11. My rule is add 3. 11 plus 3 is 14. My 14 goes back here at the start of day 4. I have 14. The end of day 4, I've added 3 rocks. I have 17. So day 5, 17 plus 3 is 20. And for each of the first 6 days, so we're on day 6, 20 plus 3 is 23. So how many rocks are in the garden for each of the first 6 days? There's actually 6 answers. Day 1 is 8, day 2 is 11, day 3 is 14, day 4 is 17, day 5 is 20, day 6 is 23. So how many rocks do I have in my garden if I stopped at 6 days? This is where it's a little tricky, because we're not going to add these up. This is our sequence. How many rocks do I have in my garden at the end of day 6? I have 23. And just so you know, I do really like rocks. I would love to have certain kinds of rocks in a rock garden, and I even have some rocks sitting right here by my computer, ones that I like to look at. So we can use what we know about patterns to solve what we don't know. We know we've got a starting amount. We've figured out our rule. We know how many terms we need. We can use what we know to solve what we don't know. I hope this was helpful.